Hey, this is Kerry with TruAudio, and I'm excited to talk about our new custom soundbar, the SB Adapt. When we went into the design process of this soundbar, we had a couple priorities, and one was making sure that our performance was as good or better than we currently have with our custom soundbar. But also we wanted to make this fast and easy to install. We're going to go over today in this video the three different methods that we can mount this soundbar, and that is a wall mount, the TV mount, and the stand that can sit on top of a cabinetry. So let's talk about the tabletop mount solution for the SB Adapt. This is the SB Adapt stand, and you'll notice that it comes with a couple parts. Here's the stand, and there are also two gaskets. The first thing you want to do is apply this gasket here to the bottom of the stand. This will help prevent any rattling and moving of the soundbar after it's mounted. Now the stand and the soundbar are ready to be mounted together. I want to open up the levers and slide the stand into the soundbar. And this is where you can get your angle. You can adjust the stand how you want to. So if you want it at an angle, up or down, you can adjust it, lock it into place. This last gasket is designed to go underneath the lip of the soundbar. This is an optional gasket. Use this if you feel like you're going to get any movement from the soundbar or rattling, or just want to protect the finish of the soundbar. All right, let's take a look at the second method to mounting the SB Adapt. This method is the most common. This is where we use the TVB. And so we mount this between a TV mount, typically for a full motion TV mount, so that the TV and the soundbar match together and will swing out together. As you can see, I have the soundbar already laid down in front of the TV. And you'll notice that the TVB comes with multiple hardware. You will need the wall mount that we used in the previous mounting. But now you have to look at which vertical mounts you're going to use, and that's determined by the size of your TV. If I look at this small one is not long enough to hit this top part of the Visa mount pattern. So I know that this size of TV, I'm going to have to use the larger vertical mounts. That way I can hit this mount and this mounting hole and this mounting hole. So once I've determined which vertical mounts I'm going to use, my next decision is I can use these that are given that will allow you to recess the soundbar back or move the soundbar forward. In this particular install, I don't need to use either one of those. I'm going to mount the wall mount directly to these two vertical mounts, and then we'll go on to the next step. So I've determined that I'm going to use these larger vertical mounts without the recessed brackets. I don't need any extra depth with those brackets. What you need to do now is to mount the wall mount to your vertical brackets. You'll notice that there are multiple square holes on this wall mount. That is to accommodate different Visa patterns and the size that your TV has. I can easily look at this. TV mount would go into this place. I can see these holes, square holes will match up and are going to attach to the vertical mounts in these locations. So I will match up the square holes, slide my bolt through. Once you have them loosely in place, use a number 10 wrench, tighten these down. Okay, now I have securely mounted and attached the wall mount to the vertical brackets. I can slide the sound bar out of the way. And now what you're going to do is mount this to the TV along with whatever TV mount that you're using, and basically sandwich the TVB in between the TV and your TV mount. So as you can see, I have securely mounted the TV mount and the TVB to the TV. The soundbar is removed from the bracket, so I'm ready to put this up on the TV mount and get the soundbar on. As you can see, we have the TV installed on the full motion mount with the SB Adapt TVB below, ready to mount the SB Adapt. So take the soundbar, you're going to open up these two handles. That allows the mount to attach to the soundbar. And again, you want to make sure that you have the left side and the right side following the labels on the mount of the soundbar. And I already have the wires connected to go through the pass-through. Line them up on the posts. So the SB Adapt is now hanging on the TVB. Before we do any final adjustments and fine adjustments to get it in the depth and leveling, we want to connect our Phoenix connector. So now we have the wires connected to the soundbar. It's time to do the final fine adjustments on the soundbar. And that's where this new patented mounting system comes into play. This will allow you to adjust the depth of the soundbar. It'll also allow you to do any adjustments leveling, high or low on either side. So simply get the soundbar where you want it, depth and leveling. Once it's there, you lock it into place. And now you're ready to put the grill on. So let's talk about how to wall mount the SB Adapt. I have already marked stud locations here and our center point. Everybody has their own method to accomplish that. So as you can see, we have the wires hanging out of the wall for the soundbar. The first thing you want to do is measure 1.25 inches from the bottom of the TV down. That's where the top of the mount is going to be mounted. Now you have some flexibility with this mount because we can move this, once it's up on the wall, we'll be able to move the soundbar up and down and do some fine adjustments. But at a minimum, it needs to be the top of the mount needs to be 1.25 inches below the TV. So let me go ahead and mark that. From there, we will put the TV mount up, route the wires through the mount. Line up the center mark with your center that you've already measured. All right, I verified that it is level. Now I'm going to secure the mount to the wall. So I've securely mounted the wall mount, and it's ready to have the soundbar mounted to it. One thing you want to do is make sure that you see there is a left and a right on this mount. There also is a left and a right on the soundbar, and match those up so they're going on the right side. I have the wires run through the wire management that will help you get that through the pass-through of the soundbar. So what I'm going to do is open up these levers, put it up against the wall, route my wires through the pass-through, and slide those posts into the mount. You can use these as handles to secure it. All right, now that we have the soundbar on the wall, and before we do any fine adjustments with the depth and the leveling of the soundbar, we want to connect the soundbar. TruAudio has always been known to make this as easy as possible. That's why we have our patented pass-through. I'm going to pull out the Phoenix connector, use the right and left and center cables, connect them to the appropriate termination points on the Phoenix connector. So now that we've connected the Phoenix connector, it's in place. Let's securely mount and level the soundbar where we want it and do our fine adjustments. So we'll move it up, adjust the depth where you want it, level it, and then you simply close these levers and it will lock it in place. So let's finish off the soundbar by putting the grill on. You want to make sure that you put the end caps on each end of the grill. Secure those into place, and because the grill is magnetic, it simply goes into place. So hopefully you've seen the multiple ways that you can mount the SB Adapt and how easy and fast it is to mount. If you want any additional information, please check out our website at TruAudio.com.